Hi, sorry, Capricorn. Capricorn, Cappy. Hello, Capricorn. I keep calling you Aquarius. Sometimes that happens because you are dealing with an Aquarius or something to do with an Aquarius, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. I am doing a reading that is awkward because I don't have all of my stuff and I am in a cyberbullying nightmare. But I'm trying to do your reading for you, and I thought it would be fun to do what don't they like about you reading, or what didn't they like about you? The last person that you were with, or like the last person that you were maybe even like mildly interested in. I always so don't you want to know why? Like, what was their problem? Why didn't they approach you, or why didn't they like you? I mean, I have questions about it. I'm actually excited to get to one sign right now, but um, this is a 30-year-old question since people keep talking about it and bringing it up. But I'm going to pull a couple cards. I have some other tea leaf cards as well, and I'm going to read them. So I've already pre-shuffled the decks. I am so thankful for my family, my ancestors. I call them my guardian angels, and I've asked them to help me. I ask them to help me all the time, and I also pray. So, let's see here. They might have thought that you were immature, or they felt very small or insignificant with you. Quite possibly, Capricorn. There you are. So unless they're another earth sign, they might have saw you as now this is what they didn't like about you. You know, maybe they felt that you scrutinized everything a little bit too much. Maybe they felt that you were always focused kind of on something else. Maybe you were too goal orientated or too business minded or too something else focused, and you weren't really a lot of fun. Maybe that's not the way that you are, but maybe when you were with this person, you were focused on money or different things that they were not focused on. So Page of Pentacles is somebody that is more like studious and factual and numbers, and they do have family legacy, and the Page of Pentacles is also like a starting of an idea. It's like talking to Doogie Howser MD. So if that wasn't the problem for you and this person, then it could have also been that they just found you to be. Now, I don't know if your ideas went on to pursue something with legal stuff. I'm not entirely sure, but you have the King of Swords next. So the King of Swords is actually a really good person. They may have felt actually insecure about your goals and maybe your big business plans or your ideas. This could be vice versa too. They, you know, they could have felt this about you and felt that they were like, oh, I'm not sure that I'm into all these things that this Capricorn is into, or what have you. Because we have the King of Swords. King of Swords is a really good person. King of Swords is somebody that you go to for help. They know how to do things. They have a lot of integrity. They're very smart. They're very fair and just minded. They represent lawyers. They represent law enforcement. They represent legal matters. They also represent somebody that can kind of come in and handle a situation. They're somebody that you can rely on in the long term, rather it being like somebody like the King of Wands, who is kind of a social networking person and kind of difficult. You know, usually when they come up, it's not necessarily the fire sign, but it's necessarily somebody that is not typically always around for the long haul, because they're more based on having, I don't want to say that they have superficial relationships, but they're not like the King of Swords is somebody that you can rely on. And so I I'm gonna get another card here. And regret. They think that you were over something. You weren't, or you were getting over something. You're getting over something. There could have been an issue involving something that you had done that quite possibly, maybe you spent a lot of money on something, maybe that you shouldn't have, and it's caused a big problem. Maybe they didn't like the way that you spent things or your ideas. Maybe they thought they were impractical or illogical, quite possibly. They may have found too that you were able to kind of focus on something and just get over it and be very, very strategic, like very matter of fact about something. They may have thought that you were able to kind of just move on from situations, or this is the way that they are. They probably see things in a very practical mind. They set their sights on something else, and they might wallow in something for a little bit, but they just get over it and they start moving forward. And, this kind of person may have just really turned their back to a couple things as well that was available because of other situations. Maybe it was because of family, maybe because of a legal situation. There could be a child involved. There could be a kid involved that was having problems with the law. Doesn't have to be, but maybe they felt that they were going to be sacrificing too much time with their children for a relationship with you, or vice versa. So you could be dealing with another earth sign like yourself. We have Aries. Sorry, I don't know why I said Aries. We have Aquarius, is what I wanted to say. Gemini and Libra. And we have Scorpio for me and Virgo. So this is Scorpio and Virgo for me as well. You know, they might have just found that you might have been a little bit careless in some of the decisions that you made, quite possibly, and then you would just kind of rebuild or get over something. Because I'm sorry, I'm just getting distracted here with technology. I'm in a cyberbullying gong show, and I'm just recording it and still trying to put my channel up because I want them to pay me, because they have affected my channel in the past. It takes a long time to get 1,000 subscribers, and then they break my concentration. Then there's abuse constantly, and I lost out on a lot of revenue and was much further along than I am at this point. So, perhaps that they thought you were too focused on your job or your school, quite basically, that you put your first priority, Capricorn, into schooling, education, something like that. And it was just very easy for you to just drop something and to move on. And maybe they felt that they would be easily disposable. The other two cards that I have for you, so I have one card of clarity and one for inspiration. So for the card of clarity here, when we're talking about, this is a different kind of teacup reading here. So when we're talking about clarity, so the desire for clarity is why most people become interested in these kind of practices. Answers to questions also make informed decisions in the hope that we will, reap as many benefits as possible. Sometimes we seek the clarity for confirmation about past decisions. While the past can't be changed, knowing whether we made the right decisions can bring closure and give us more confidence for making decisions in the future. But what exactly, does it mean to have clarity? Clarity means having a complete and sound understanding of a situation. Unfortunately, clarity cannot exist without its opposing force, and that's confusion. To be confused means you need more information or the facts about something, and some of them are obscured in some fashion. So both clarity and confusion can make results from internal or external factors, like your own knowledge, biases, and feelings. I am looking up the one that you got because I haven't looked at this. Is a brand new deck actually that I got, but here it is. So what came up for you in this, what your person doesn't like for you? So we've got forest here. I want to see what it has to say regarding these things here. Seeing the outline of a forest or multiple trees close together in a reading symbolizes feeling lost and confused in life. It is akin to fumbling around in the dark, unsure of which direction to go. However, if the trees are well spaced, you will explore many paths without feeling pressured to decide immediately which one feels right for you. So that also could be a confirmation with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Maybe like they felt that one of you two had too much direction and somebody wasn't ready for that. That could have been one of the reasons why they were like, yeah, this person isn't good for me. Because the fact that, with the Page of Pentacles, the King of Swords, they're a king, they're a sword, they're lawyers, they're police. They are somebody that knows how to do a situation. So obviously they've asserted themselves somewhere in their life. They know how to come in, comparable to the King of Wands, who is a totally different kind of personality. This person is basically the other person would be the King of Pentacles. That would be the next, more solid than this. But this person with the swords are of the mind. So someone that is really focused and set on goals and can just, with the Five of Cups reversed, just kind of, pick up and dust themselves off and keep moving forward. That might have been that with this card with the forest coming up here, and it's talking about, unsure of which direction to go, feeling lost or feeling confused in life. So with the Page of Pentacles, somebody is focused on something, and this is not what that is. So I don't know if this was you or the other person. However, if the trees are well spaced, you will explore many paths without feeling pressured to decide immediately which one is right for you. Trees also symbolize a self-assuredness and feeling secure in your beliefs. So again, that would definitely, self-assuredness and feeling secure in your beliefs. Self-assuredness is definitely, it's a mindset. It's a state of mind, right? With the King of Swords. And the other one that we have is the Mermaid. So we have the Mermaid or Siren, and that's under inspiration. So I'm going to look that one up for you. The inspiration cards, so these are, like I said, obviously they're tea leaf cards. So being inspired means you have an overwhelming urge to get a clear sense of purpose and direction. It's typically associated with creating art. Inspiration can also be about creating and alerting behaviors and belief systems. It does a great job of motivating us to pursue personal growth so we can become the best version of ourselves. Ancient Greeks believed inspiration was given to a person by mystical beings, the Muses. These 9 women could be called upon to help a person create something. They were considered to be responsible for everything from poetry to science to history. So we're going to look up mermaid or siren here. The image of the mermaid or a siren can represent a strong urge to escape into a fantasy world. Taking the easy way out by avoiding reality may feel tempting. And see, I don't feel that with the Page of Pentacles and the King of Swords that that is what that's about. And then with the, the Five of Cups reverse, this person is not spending time wallowing. They've, picked up their socks, dusted themselves off, and are moving forward. And with the Forest and the Direction card, it's kind of a little bit different. So we might get a little answer here. More maybe this is how you felt about this person, or how they perceived you, which is maybe why things ended. Taking the easy way out by avoiding reality may feel tempting, but it's not beneficial in the long run. A siren can also mean you feel called towards the wrong thing. These mythological beings symbolize how ideas and actions that are unrealistic and foolish. So a siren can also mean you feel called towards the wrong thing. Mythological beings symbolize ideas and actions that are unrealistic and foolish. So this could definitely be another confirmation. Here we have the Page of Pentacles, an idea, an inspiration, feeling called towards the wrong thing. The King of Swords, maybe, getting into a different state of mind. Maybe, a lot of people do this. They get into a career, go to school, spend 6 years in university, and they don't want to do that. But then, moving forward with the Five of Cups reversed. So I would say that is another confirmation. I hope that that helps you if this is your story. I plan to do more readings like this for you, Capricorn. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'd love to have you as a subscriber, and I look forward to doing readings for Capricorn again in the near future. And hopefully these pieces of the puzzle will give you some kind of confirmation or some kind of direction. Thanks, Capricorn.